Hi, everyone. I apologize for getting rid of the live chat tonight. I simply, I made a mistake earlier, put something up, and want to be more careful, so I have deleted that. And it wasn't a huge mistake; it was just something that I just feel that maybe I need to be more careful about. So we are going live right now. I do want to give you a warning. I want to give you a warning. So if there's going to be a discussion, at least part of this discussion is going to be about self-harm and unaliving. So if that is a trigger for you, please do not continue. You're going to want to stop this video now. So thank you so much for coming by the channel. But if that is a trigger for you, this is your trigger warning that there are going to be some sensitive subjects that come up that we want to talk about as frankly as possible. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. But if that's a trigger for you, please stop the video now. If that is not, or if you are interested in continuing on, please just know that you've been warned. I do want to start off by saying to the United States Marine Corps, happy 248th birthday, Semper Fi. General James Mattis said there is no better friend and no worse enemy than a United States Marine. And that is entirely true in my experience as well. So happy birthday, Marine Corps. You are an incredible organization. And we thank you very much for your protection, for your honor, for your integrity. And we thank you for that. We thank you for your service. Thank you also to every veteran of the United States military for your service. Again, thank you for your honor and your integrity and your character. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for the sacrifices, the many sacrifices that you make on behalf of this country in order to offer us protection. There is no greater calling than to, I believe, be asked to, even the possibility of laying down your life for the protection of your fellow man. And for that, I do sincerely thank you. Know that I am grateful. You may notice that there is some information about military service crisis hotlines in the chat below. I didn't put any of my personal information, not because I don't share it. You can find it on my other videos, but because today isn't about me. It's not. It's not about, what my experience has been with, having a military member or members in my family. I can tell you that I can tell you only a few things that are firsthand. But I wanted to talk specifically about veterans in crisis. And there is certainly a wide range of crises. Many veterans go through, after their service, whether they have served in an active duty in a war, or whether they have served active duty in other areas, or in the service of standing a post, or in the service of their country in any way. Many veterans experience some difficulty adjusting back to civilian life. One of the difficulties, excuse me. One of the difficulties that I've seen are actual physical injuries just in the service. And there is everything from severe war injuries, severe active duty injuries, to things that you don't think of, like tinnitus, I know a veteran who has that, and I think there are many who have that. They are um, they deal with a lot of very large armory, and so that can cause permanent hearing disability for them. Um, there are things that are hazing can cause severe trauma. Um, there are things like military exercises that can and not like exercises, but like there are things that they do. Uh, there are things that they do for readiness that can cause serious injury. They can cause breakage of bones, or sometimes friendly fire, or sometimes, I mean, there are so many ways for our young people to get injured, and many of them experience these injuries as a lifetime of permanent pain. There are psychological injuries that can wake a veteran up in the middle of the night screaming. And if you've ever been down the hall from someone who was moaning in pain, or had waking up from a nightmare, you are aware that that these are very, very serious things that can follow you for the rest of your life. So one of the saddest things that I think I've ever heard was when my son was serving. He right up until the end of his service, we would be talking, and then he would mention that another one of his fellow service members, or fellow former service members, would unalive themselves, I think is how we say it. And they simply could not deal with the stress of a very sort of strict service. Some of them couldn't handle the stress of reintegrating back into regular society. Some of them couldn't handle the stress of the physical pain that they've been through, both through in battle and otherwise, in battle and in preparation. Some of them had just hit their mental health limit and didn't feel like there was a light at the end of the tunnel for them. And it is sad and tragic, and it's awful. So all of the things that we say thank you for your service, we should say thank you for your service, and please take care of yourself, and please stay alive. The friends and families, the spouses and children of service members go through a great deal of heartache sometimes, sometimes more heartache than anyone should rightly bear, because of things like they used to call it shell shock in World War I and II. They call it PTSD now. And because of things like that, that covers a wide range of mental health issues and physical issues. Because of things like that, it doesn't just affect the service member, and it doesn't just affect their immediate family. It also affects, the men and women who have served with the service member, who were, friends for life, who had bonded together and served together. It also affects everyone in their community and everyone who touches, them or their family or their children. So it really is a long-reaching thing. there can be so many issues, and I don't know what, if anything, can be done about the cause. I don't know if there is, I don't know if there is a way to make it better. I simply don't know. I don't know, because I don't know firsthand what serving is like and what the training involved in is, or even, what the hazing is like, or what the psychological long-term damage might be, or the physical long-term damage might be, because I don't know that firsthand. I don't have any answers about what in the process can be changed. I leave that up to the experts at the Veterans Administration, in hopes that each generation comes along and makes it a little bit better and a little bit better. But I don't think that there's any way that you can ever make that a soft and fluffy job. You just can't. You're standing between the entire anger of the entire world, the entire globe. You're standing up against the entire globe saying, this is my home, and these are my people, and I will sacrifice whatever I have to sacrifice in order to keep them safe, whether that's my sanity or my life or my limbs or my family or or my time. They'll sacrifice whatever it takes. That's so powerful. And we don't realize that even if you're not called to battle, just being in a fight or flight mode in constant readiness for years can take its toll as well. So I would like to encourage anybody who has a veteran in their life, or an active duty service member, or reserve service member in their lives, to encourage them to maybe reach out for help if they need to. I think the Veterans Hotline, you can text or call the Veterans Crisis Hotline at 988. It's just 988. It's very simple, 988. And so that would be the crisis hotline. It's also listed in the description below. There are several organizations that are out there to help. They do have an anonymous hotline that you can call if you are a veteran and you are homeless. If you need help with with the service dog, if you need help with anything, reach out to your local veterans organizations. Also, the American Veterans Organizations have they have VFWs and AMVETs and things like that in almost every town in America. So if you don't have one in your town, reach out to the next town. Please get help. Please get help. You could leave this world and leave behind a scar that will never, ever, ever heal with your absence. And also, you have survived this long. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. So I just want to say again to everyone who has served, everyone who is serving, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much from a very, very grateful grandma, a very grateful country. We appreciate you so much. And hopefully you will go on to continue to do amazing things with a life that has already been more valuable than anything I've ever done, ever. So again, thank you for your service. I hope you have a good Veterans Day. I hope you have a happy Veterans Day. And please remember that it's not just the parades, and it's not just the flags and the things on TV and the Kool-Aid and the fried chicken or whatever. There is a real need in this country for mental health crisis management at the veterans level, and for encouragement from friends and family to seek that. So again, I'd like to appeal to you to, please seek it out. If you've even thought about, if you've even given a random thought about, unaliving yourself, please reach out for help. Please, please, please. It's the very least that we can offer you as a country in your serious, serious debt. We owe you such a debt of gratitude. And I can't tell you enough how grateful I am for your protection, for standing on the line between me and my family and my community and my city and my state and my country against, all who would wish her harm. Thank you. My God, thank you. So I hope that your Veterans Day goes well. And if you see a veteran, please make sure and just let them know, that their service was important. If you get a chance to donate to a veterans organization, please do so. The Service Dogs organization, Wounded Warrior Project. There are so many local veterans organizations that you can donate your time or treasure. And I'd like to encourage that too. So from a very grateful Glam fam, thank you so much for your service. I am going to go off camera, but we're going to leave this on for another minute of silence for all of those who have gone before us and for all of those that we have tragically lost. Thank you.